What is up, YouTube? So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to play Elden Ring basically if you're new to the game. So if you're new to the game, you're gonna be loading into Elden Ring and you're gonna press new game obviously because you won't have it continue because you have never played the game before. And once you are on the screen, you can press Y or triangle if you're on PlayStation, and you're gonna see attributes which are gonna show you like the stats of each of the starting characters. Now it doesn't really matter which one you pick, to be honest. It will like maybe help you a little bit with different abilities. If you're a magic user, for example, this will be like high 14 intelligence. Intelligence is magic, faith is magic, dexterity is for your weapon, strength is also for your weapon, endurance it helps you run further without having to stop. It's your stamina bar. Mind is your ability bar. Vigor is your health, and level is just your player level. All right, let's get into it. So, if you want to be a magic user, astrologer is really good. If you want to be just running in with your sword, this one is also really good right here because he has a shield as well as a sword, and he has 12 dexterity, which is your weapon damage. It's not bad. Also, this one isn't too bad either. If you want to run around, because you also have magic and you have a decent sword, so that could be good. Either way, one of those are good if you want to be a sword guy. This one is probably the best if you want to be a magic guy, astrologer. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with astrologer. I kind of like the magic abilities in this game. And for this part of the game, nothing really matters too much except this part, keepsake. If you use the seed, you're gonna be able to get one extra heal from start of the game instead of starting off with like one less heal. So you do get one extra heal at the start of the game. You don't need to do this because you can find enough of these golden seeds in the game to end up with maximum amount of heals. But you can start off with one extra heal with that, or you can start off with one extra key to open up a door, or a medallion, which helps you get a little bit more stamina. Not stamina, health. Land between ruin. Oh, this gives you a little bit of money. This will be a spirit you can summon to help you fight. And this is used for crafting items like a fire pot to do a bit fire damage. This I don't recommend. This can help you take less damage. And this is basically useless for people that are new to the game, so don't worry about that. Basically, it attracts the attention of the monsters. If you're playing co-op, your teammate might not be attacked as much as you. In case you wanted to know, I'm gonna go ahead and use the golden seal. And I'm just gonna pick a random character. I'm not. You're gonna be able to choose which one you want. I'm just gonna pick a random one because I don't really care about this part. I have to put a name in, right? Where's the name? Top. I'll just put I don't know for now. Yes. All right. Once you're in the game, you're gonna spawn in a room. There's nothing really in that room except like one item that you could pick up, that you should pick up actually, and then open the door. You're gonna get a cutscene right after that, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that. I'm gonna skip all the cutscenes because you guys can watch them yourselves. So you're gonna spawn in this room. There's nothing in this room except one item right here on top of the body here. Alright, once you pick up the item, you go to this door right here. You press Y or triangle if you're on PlayStation. Open the door. You're gonna get a cutscene once you die here. For this part, you might be tempted to fight the boss, but you don't have to fight the boss. I'm gonna show you guys that you could just kind of skip the whole boss fight. You don't have to fight him. In fact, yeah, I don't think even if you kill the boss, you still have to die. I could try to show you guys that, but that will consume more time. Me trying to kill the boss at low HP. So this boss will spawn in once you run this way. Now you could fight him. It will take a little bit, but I'm gonna end up killing myself. I'm just gonna fall off the map and basically unalive myself. Once I do that, I'm gonna spawn at the next part of the game, which you're supposed to go into anyway. So even if you beat the boss, you still have to kill yourself in order to move on and progress. You'll get a little cutscene again. You will wake up. You'll get your heals and your ability potions. So the blue is your ability potion at the bottom. And if you press down on the D-pad, you can go over to the heal. Blue is your ability. Red is your heal. You can see that bar at the top left. And now you could explore this area a bit. If you go behind, there is another cave, but I don't recommend doing this. You don't need to do this, honestly. This tree right here, if you see this in the game, this will have a golden seed, which will help you get more heals. So always run to these trees if you see them. This one doesn't have it, but every other one in the game does. Anyways, once you are here, you open this door. You don't need those items. Those items are essentially useless. At the start of the game, you don't need any of those. Those will probably give you a little bit extra money and all that, but nothing crazy. You want to touch these things when you are playing the game, by the way. These are called grace. And if you rest in them, you will regenerate your health and everything, basically. You'll be like, you're full. By the way, the golden seed is used to increase your heals and your ability potions. So now I'm going to have one extra. Now I have 4 heals instead of 3. And you could adjust those too. So if you want, like, for example, more potions to increase ability bar, you can use this one, allocate. And then you can put on like 3 and 2, or you can put 3, 2, whichever one you like. But then make sure you pick up this item right here, guys. This is for multiplayer. If you want to play with a friend and you want to join their world, you want to have this. Once you pick up that item, you're just going to have to go on top of this. Stand in the middle of that. That will take you up. Alright, once you are all the way up, you just kind of walk through the main door. You're going to see these stairs. There's no other way to go, so you shouldn't be lost here. Main door, and then you press Y or triangle if you're on PlayStation to move forward on the door. Make sure you guys do not hit these NPCs. You can hit them, but that will basically ruin a quest for you. So this guy will give you a quest, but if you hit him, he won't give you that quest anymore. Now, there's a way to fix that, but that's going to be a bit more complicated for new players, so just don't hit him. Alright? He's going to call you maidenless, and he's going to make you want to hit him, but do not hit him. Anyways, you hit those graces. You don't have to sit on them. You just have to make sure you press Y or triangle on those. And this will be your first boss. You don't have to fight him. He's like a sub-boss. He's not a main boss you have to beat in order to progress. So I'm just going to run past him, because it's unnecessary. You don't have to fight him. I'm going to show you guys where the first boss is at. And then that's going to be the whole video here. So I'm going to show you guys where the first boss is. The first story boss that you have to beat in order to progress. And also I'm going to show you guys how to craft something that you need in order to play multiplayer, basically. In order to invite your friend into your world. You could talk to this guy, recommendation, crafting kit. Yeah, the recommendation actually does tell you what to buy, what you need in order to craft multiplayer, essentially. And there's a golden ruin right here that you could pick up, and that will give you enough money to get the tool you need in order to invite your friend into your world. Now, these are the flowers you have to pick up to craft the forecalling, which allows you to invite your friend, essentially. I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well in a second. There's one over there, and there's one just past these bushes. Right here. There we go. Pick that up. And then you can just fast travel back to a location you were already at. So, I didn't hit the checkpoint at the Ella, so I'm just going to run back to the Ella. And also, I'm going to show you guys one more thing that's also really important. I'm going to run back to the church and show you guys there's an item always in basically every single church in the game that you have to pick up that helps you increase the amount of healing you get, as well as some other items that are in there. Like, for example, this one will give you a stone that you need to upgrade your weapon. You can come here to upgrade some of your weapons. So you need 2 stones to level it up once, which I only have 1 of, obviously, because I just started the game. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys how to use that golden stone that you picked up, golden ruin. So you're gonna go to inventory, and you'll see it right here, golden ruin. That's what I picked up earlier over there. Once you use this, you're gonna get some money, and then you can spend that money to buy a crafting kit. Right, a crafting kit. And these are the items that you need in order to invite your friend into your world. The reveal co-op and hostile summoning signs. Either way, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that now. Let me see. You don't have to buy those. You can just go craft them. You can craft them with the flowers that I picked up earlier, the yellow flowers. So you're gonna do craft, and now you can basically invite your friend into your world. You do this, and then you might see a sign. But you don't have, if you don't have any friends, I'm also gonna show you. By the way, this is in order to join somebody else's world. So if you want to play with a friend, so you'll put like a password here, whatever his password is. You want to make sure you have his password on, and then you have the same password, and you put down this thing right here, and your friend can summon you through that right here. But he also has to be in this location. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that. If you want to cancel multiplayer, all you have to do is hit back the same thing, but I can't hit it. Never mind. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys how to summon some help. For example, if you want to try to beat this guy at the start of the game, you don't have to beat this guy to progress. The guy on the horse that you guys saw earlier, you don't have to beat this guy. But if you want to beat him, or try to beat him at least, you'll have to come to this statue thing, examine it. Once you examine it, you're gonna go ahead and use your fur calling remedy. And now, if there's any multiplayer players trying to help people around this area, you're gonna see a golden sign like I put down earlier. It appears that there isn't any players around at this time, so nobody here to help me right now, sadly. Yeah, nobody here, sadly, for now. But if there are people trying to like help other people, they'll do this. They'll use the golden effigy and they can put it down nearby. And you can get summoned by other players now. So if you want to help other players, but I don't recommend this at the start of the game. I want you to like play the game and get some items. Get a little better at the game. And then you can do that if you want to do that. If you would like to go help other people. And now moving on to the first boss. And also the map. I'm going to show you guys where the map is. If you open up the map, you won't be able to see anything clearly at least. Until you go to this location right here. If you see this thing always has a map. Alright, we're gonna run over there now. I'm gonna pick up those flowers because I need those flowers in order to summon my friends. Make sure you pick up as many as you can, I suppose. Any on the way, just press Y or triangle, pick those up. You can also pick up the red ones. The red ones give you heals for your horse, which you will get in a little bit. Okay, now you could fight these NPCs if you want. You can sneak behind them and press the right button on the Xbox or the PlayStation. The right RT. R1 on the PlayStation. And RT. Oh, sorry, RB on the Xbox. If you hold it, you will do this thing and you will basically execute them and they'll be 1 HP. You hit them once and they're dead. Now moving on to the map. As you guys can see right there, that's where the map would be, like straight ahead. Now I'm going to try to avoid these NPCs because I'd rather not fight them. Because I'm a very low level. You're probably going to be a low level starting off the game at level 0 basically, essentially. I'm going to show you guys how to get the map without having to fight these people. Because these guys won't give you anything important. But there is one item here that you could pick up that will be a weapon. Which isn't too bad, so I'll go ahead and do that. At least some magic to finish this guy off. Alright, this right here is a chest. If you open up this chest, it will give you a weapon that isn't too bad at the start. It will give you a sword, which I can't use until I level up my strength. So I cannot use it right now. But if I do level it up, I can indeed use it. And you don't have to fight these guys. You could just wait in the bushes until he turns around. Because these guys are a little tough at the start of the game if you're new to the game. If you're not new to the game, you can kind of just go kill them. If you are new to the game, they will be kind of rough for you to take out all by yourselves. Alright, so this right here will have a map always. Press Y, and now you can see like what's going on here. Like you can see the actual map's not just all gray. Once you pick up the map, you're gonna go ahead and touch this grace over here. Always make sure you guys touch the grace. You're gonna press Y, touch them. And sometimes there will be a cutscene once you sit down at the grace and rest. This is one of those times. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this, but you should obviously watch them so you know what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and skip all the dialogue just because I've already played the game, but you can watch that. And you have to accept, by the way, you have to accept. You could refuse, but then you won't get a horse, and the game will be a lot slower. Alright, one more quick little tip here. I'm gonna show you guys how to summon your horse without going into your inventory every single time. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press start, you press right on the D-pad, you go over to the pouch, and you press Y on the pouch, or triangle if you're on PlayStation. And then you're gonna press A on this. Alright, now I can summon the horse just by clicking A on this. And then I'm gonna run through this part of the map. This part of the map is a little hard if you're new, but not too hard. I'm just gonna run past all these enemies though, because you do not have to beat these enemies, but you can if you're playing the game. I'm just gonna kind of skip through it just because I don't want to waste time. But you could choose to fight those enemies if you would like. Alright, once again, like I said at the start of the video, if you see one of these trees, they will always have this item called a golden seed. You can use the golden seed to level up your heals, or not level up your heals, increase the amount of heals you have. There is another grace this way. I'm going to show you guys where it is. And if you die, you will spawn at these graces, by the way. If you die, you won't be spawning all the way at the start of the game if you have these graces. I'm going to go ahead and touch it. I'm going to go pick up this item. I believe this is something not too bad to have. It's a key that you need in order to go into the dungeons. So that is always good to have. So I recommend picking that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to the first boss. The first main boss, at least. And another quick little tip. There is a dual finger here. So if you want to duel with your friends, like he can summon you. That way you guys can fight each other if you're into that. The PvP part of the game. So I would go there and pick up the item. You don't have to fight the person that spawns there like a little boss. You're gonna go right there, and then you're gonna pick up an item that will be glowing, and that will be able to. With that item, you'll be able to do some PvP with your friends. These guys will kill you if you're not careful. Like they almost killed me. Now I could use a heal, but I'm just gonna run because I know there's a grace over here. I'm gonna show you guys where the grace is. The grace will be to my left there. Go ahead and touch the grace. Sit down at the grace. I'm gonna go ahead and level up my heal. Add a charge because I picked up this golden seed. You can go ahead and talk to Melina here if you want. She will try to get you to the round table, I believe. Or that might be a little later, actually. Not that's a little later. That's one boss later. Anyways, once you walk past this right here, this is where the boss will be. I'm gonna show you guys the multiplayer part of the game. Either way, in a second. Oh, and this is an AI, by the way. This is an AI. He's called Sorcerer. But if you don't want to summon an AI, you could try to look for these. This is a player right here. I'm gonna go ahead and summon him. I'm gonna show you guys how the co-op part of the game works. So I used one of those fur callings. I'm gonna craft another one. Two more. Anyways, use one of these. You press A on the fur calling finger right beneath, and you'll be able to see the signs here, the golden summon signs. And once you press Y and A, you could go ahead and summon your friends. It will take a long time to load if they're not close to you. Like if they are, for example, in another country. It will load them faster if they're on the new Xbox or the new PlayStation, for example, as well. If they're on the PS5, they'll load a lot faster. If they're on the PS4, they'll load a lot slower. Unable to summon Cooperator, so it did not work. But that's the way you do it, basically. I'm gonna go ahead and summon the AI. This is the AI. This is not a player. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the finger remedy. I will attempt to beat the boss here, but if I don't beat him, I don't want to make this video too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys some tips and tricks on how to beat the boss here. So I have magic, so I'm just gonna kind of spam the magic, dodge the attacks. Actually, this will take a lot longer than I thought because I don't do a lot of damage. I might just end it right here, guys.